Hi everyone and welcome back to a little bit of Warframe. So I had some time playing new update and it was a good amount of fun, not gonna lie. So I did farm the new mission to get the Warframe, the primary and the melee weapon, and today we are talking about builds for them with newer players in mind, maybe not MR1 or 2, but people with a little bit of progression done. So let's jump into it. So Koumei itself, it is a lot of RNG involved, right? So the build, I think, is achievable for most new players. Is this Steel Charge as an aura gives you so much more capacity. If you don't have that, use whatever aura you have. We do have more space on this build, right? And you don't need a fully ranked Equilibrium that is just there to show you can use it. So yeah, Equilibrium is in there, Vitality for some base health, Flow for some energy, Intensify, and Power Drift gives us 45% strength, which is okay, that's pretty much enough. Regular Continuity here, Stretch, and Augur Reach for some range. Not quite sure if you need that much range. You could swap this out, if you do have it, for Natural Talent. Natural Talent actually very good on this Warframe, and I do use that in the regular build that I came up with for me. But yeah, I think this is like pretty decent. And yeah, when I first played Koumei, my initial gut feeling was not good for the steel path, but perfectly fine in combination with the weapons to deal with the whole star chart. So let's test that out. That's what this video is about. Can we downscale our builds for like towards the end of the star chart? Let's say Mod Survival is the end, obviously, or the Kua Fortress, right? But yeah, so for the Higasa, I downgraded my build as well. We are using a rank 10 Serration split chamber because I'm not gonna assume that you have galvanized chamber from the arbitration. This is before you unlock that, right? So split chamber in the hope we have that. Point Strike and Vital Sense for crit chance and crit damage. Then Malignant Force and Rhyme Rounds to get viral damage. No arcane here, no arcanes on the Warframe, no arcanes on the melee weapon, just to get that very clear. The Amanata is modded like this. So we have Pressure Point for damage, base damage, Reach for some reach, better range is always good. True Steel, Organ Shatter for crit chance and crit damage, Virulent Scourge and Vicious Frost for viral damage, Quickening for attack speed. If you don't have that, notably, you can just use regular Fury. As you can see, you do lose a little bit of attack speed and the added combo count chance, but yeah, I think Quickening is fine here. And Drifting Contact for your combo duration and also some status chance. Now, unfortunately, this is a mostly puncture-heavy weapon, right? So you don't get the... Sorry. Fortunately for us, this is a pretty decent slash weapon, so yeah, we should see a good amount of slash procs if you look here. Viral has obviously the highest chance, but yeah, that's fine. Like, we want those viral procs on the enemies. We don't care too much about the slash procs. I have Shimmering Blight in here just because I do like the stance, and it's also good to see that the build fits without the matching polarity slot. So yeah, there's that. Alright. For Focus Call, we are using Xenoric. You can use pretty much whatever you want. So I don't want the companion to interfere, so we just run with Helios. And I guess we can take... let's do a leveling setup. No, it's okay. We might take out Detect Vulnerability here. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We get some shields from him. We do get Wakeham, obviously, and some scans. That's pretty good. Right, so that one will not interfere with us at all. So let's jump into mod. Let's go solo mode outside of the steel path. Just go mod. You know what? We will just do a fissure. We have so many A2 and A3 relics, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just see if we can deal with this mission, with this Warframe. Alrighty, we are in the mission, and we will use Xenoric here to get a little bit of energy going. We will activate our 3. There we go. And our 2 to get the challenges to show up. Enemies that are close. Okay, let's switch to melee then. Whoops, getting stuck here. And just melee these dudes and see... Yeah, okay, throughout the star chart, seems pretty decent, right? Damage, honestly, fine with the Amanata. Without a very heavily invested build. Sure, it is a bit of an investment here, and some of the mods might be a little bit rarer than others, but I feel like this is a good point. You probably will be here once you clear the star chart. You should have most of the mods even. Yeah, I think like... I saw some videos, some said, oh my god, Koumei is so broken, some said Koumei is absolute dog shit. Now, in my eyes, keeping in mind where you get this Warframe, which is very very early, you can go for this farm. The farm isn't that difficult and it's also not that long, which is very nice. And the forward block attack is why I love this stance so much. That's so cool. Right, so let's check out the Higasa, which is a burst fire weapon. It's like a 4-ramp burst, and if you aim in, you have this umbrella shield in front of you. Very Kingsman, right? It's decent damage for the point you're at, right? You could also use critical delay if you want to get even more crit chance, but I thought, you know what? This is probably a fair representation of where most people will be. Let's make sure our 3 is active. Completely forgot about that. Kill enemies while airborne. We certainly can try to do that. We need to get rid of this guy first. Hang on. There we go. Alright. Yep. Get a little bit of air time here. Oh. You need to hit that, obviously. That's the secondary fire. Don't do such a poor job like I did. And the projectiles obviously have travel time, right? So keep that in mind as well. You have quite a long reload, actually. There we go. Now I hit him. Awesome. Relic is cracked. That's just a bonus. Keeping the travel time in mind here. Nice. And yeah, obviously we can throw on our 1, our 4. There we go. And for these levels, like, this frame functions perfectly fine, right? In my eyes, it's just pretty much the survivability that is a big problem later on. Because your 3 is so RNG heavy, and if you don't get the roll you wanted, your 3 is actually just trash, right? So, I don't know. Not in those missions, right? I'm just speaking in Steel Path. Like in Steel Path, I think you are too much depending on RNG here, and I don't like that. And yeah, sure you can go level cap. I saw the run that someone did. Or like, at least I saw the highlight of it, but like, I don't know. That's something I would feel comfortable doing, to be honest. Just because hoping for a certain buff to show up is like, or a certain decree to show up is like, And the decrees as all here. Taking damage, immediately rolling gets you some health back. Is that really something I want? Maybe. Is it beneficial to me in the long run? Maybe. Just so difficult. In the Steel Path, it's just not, because you will just be dead. Like, so yeah, it is a bit of a mixed bag, but I feel like if you get her early, she can definitely carry you through the whole star chart. Like, this is one of the more difficult missions on the star chart, right? So, and we are feeling just fine, even with the primary and the melee and her abilities. Let's just cast those. And yeah, natural talent, the cast speed really helps with your 4. There we go. You're doing just fine. Let's switch back to melee. I'll build that melee combo counter up and just show that off as well again with just how decent damage this does. I got a relic back. Sweet. Yeah, so as you can see, pretty much no problem in the star chart. And I think we will just leave because my point has been made. I feel like for oh hey, Chrono Blueprint, nice. For newer players, this can honestly be a nice Warframe after you get Rhino, right? I still think Rhino is very important to get early, but if you don't want to go for Gara in the Plains of Eidolon, Koumei is definitely an opportunity, right? I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. We were... yeah, as I said, for early or mid-star chart progression, I think Koumei can be a lot of fun, and for that reason, I think, yeah, sure, why not, right? Why not? It's definitely not a Warframe that I will invest heavily into right now, but yeah, I just wanted to check what is... Oh, the Omamori is the subsume. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. You're pretty much depending on luck there, and well, the whole frame is about that, right? Now, the thing about the decrease is that can be nice if you happen to have exactly the loadout for it, but most of the time you will get, let's say, between 4 and 6 decrease that you're actually not using, and you gain no benefit of it other than your cooldown to recast again. And so, yeah, as I said, for star chart missions and stuff, perfectly fine. Once you get towards the steel path, in my eyes, she falls off. There is just not enough there with her base kit. I haven't done helmet stuff, so maybe that could be something, right? But yeah, for now, I think it was fun to level, and it was perfectly fine to run around with it with a buddy and just have some fun in missions in the star chart. But as I said, for me, she's not steel path ready, but she doesn't have to be, right? That is one important point that I want to make. Not every Warframe needs to be steel path ready without Forma, not with the prime, just base Warframe. No, you don't have to be able to just solo steel path with just the abilities of every new Warframe, in my eyes. So I think with helmets and maybe more investment, you could definitely make her work. So yeah, I leave that up to you if you want to do that. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.